looking at the chart right away, if I were to come in, I would say that this looks ideal for us to trade down into here. For us to trade down into this inefficiency here below Tuesday's lows here. ES already did that. Didn't do it yet on NASDAQ. And then we also have previous day's low matched with today's intraday low. So these clean lows here. Technically, I already hit all of my profit targets for the week. So really not a reason for me to be trading today, but you know, I wanted to put just a little something on for you guys. At least the midpoint, and then you can use it inversely. The midpoint, you use that inversely and you extend that out, right? And you can see the precision on there. Obviously that's, you know, obviously that was hindsight. Okay, there's that. There's a good chance that I'm going to be missing out on a much larger down move, but for now, all right, everyone, GK the Trader here. Today is Friday, October 13th, 2023. I'm going to be reviewing today's price action for ES and the NASDAQ. For those of you that were in the live stream, you pretty much saw everything live. So everything I'm saying here probably won't be new. Maybe a few things will be actually, but we'll just get straight into it. So for my private members, I brought to your attention, we had this gap here that we traded into on the daily time frame. So take our daily swing price leg. You see we dipped up into a premium on Thursday. Nope, I'm not talking to you, Siri. I dipped up into a premium, or not I dipped up into a premium. The market dipped up into a premium on Thursday, blew out these two clean highs here from Wednesday and Tuesday, boom. And then we completely shift below this up close candle. So this will be an order block. Today here on Friday, we opened here. And what did we do? We traded right back up into about mean threshold, which is this midpoint of this up close candle. So midpoint of this order block was traded to. And then from there, we traded off. And what were we targeting? This gap right here. This here would be our daily time frame target, as well as this price's closure. And then the opening here, obviously, we didn't need to get down the opening, but look right where the low of the day was, right to the tick. This previous week's closing, last week's close. You see how we returned right to that? That's not random. Price tends to gravitate towards those type of things, which is just new week opening gap. So with that said, let's go ahead and go down to the hourly time frame. So if you take a look here, on Thursday we capped the daily range for the up move. Remember I said we cleared these relatively equal highs. Boom. We work up into the upper quadrant of the daily gap, the daily fair value gap. Then we displace lower out of there, leaving intact this long-term high. Completely shift below this swing low right here. So this would be a market structure break. So then what are we expecting? Friday, we're expecting it to open. And then anything above the opening would just be them accumulating shorts, which is what we saw play out today. Flip over to NASDAQ, it's more prominent. There's that opening price. And what was the purpose of the London session today? It played a very important purpose. What was the purpose of it? To trade lower and engineer these lows here. These lows were engineered in the London session, and then by the time it was the opening bell, we already ramped up, cleared the buy side liquidity up here, reached up into this inefficiency, the midpoint of it, extend it out, and then this low right here, this Thursday low, bumped up into that. Take our fib, traded up into a premium, accumulated shorts above the opening, and then the rest we'll outline on the lower time frames. But if you looked in the beginning of the video, along with that daily fair value gap, we were targeting this discount hourly gap as well as new week opening gap here. So previous week's closing, extend that out. That's essentially where we closed on the day. Back to ES. If you take our fib from Thursday's high to low, you can see we traded up into optimal trade entry. So this would be an hourly optimal trade entry. If you're a swing trader, you could have traded this, put a position on here, stop would go above this high. So 62% retracement level, closed right there. I'm going to take your attention to these up close candles. So midpoint of these two up close candles, which is one order block. Extend that out. We see we worked up into that, traded up into that, closed right below the midpoint. Okay. ES, same thing. These lows relatively equal. There's going to be lots of sell side stacked up below there. Same with here, but that was already taken out Thursday with ES, but NASDAQ had yet to get to that. And let me take your attention to previous week's closing right here. This is where fair value is yielded. And almost got it. And that's just so happens to be right near where the low of the day was, right down here. So take your fib from the weekly range. You can see Friday, which is today obviously, when we were taking our shorts around that 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour, we were still up in a premium relative to the weekly range. And then we're targeting discount sell side and then discount new week opening gap down here. Simple as that. Now, let's go ahead and drop down to the 15-minute time frame. These two up close candles right here, you get the 9:30 opening. This will be a Judah swing. See that? So it trades higher. Long traders in to get long. That's a Judah swing higher. We completely shift and displace right at the 10 o'clock news release. Displace right below these up close candles. So that's a change of the state of delivery. And what does it want to do after a change in the state of delivery? It wants to seek sell stops, sell stops, sell stops. Take a look at the low of this order block here. And what happens? We trade right up to it, right to the tick. So we what was within these up close candles? This fair value gap here. So if you look here, whoops, you can see that this is institutional order flow entry drill. We dipped right into the very low of the inefficiency and the low of the order block, and then off to the races, and we went to all of our discounted rate targets that were labeled ahead of time in the live stream today. So this isn't just like hindsight recording, you know, coming back in hindsight looking like a genius type of thing, like a lot of people do. But anyways, I'll just hop down to the 5-minute time frame. So you can see the very precision on the very low of the order block there, right to the tick. But what else do we have specifically? I know it's getting to be too much, but this will be a breaker. You see we trade right up into the low of that as well. So 3 discount arrays were, or not discount, 3 premium arrays we're trading back up into. after this market structure shift below the swing low here, which is also the change in the state of delivery. And then if you need more confirmation, once we trade up into there, you see we shift below this up close candle here. This would be a 5-minute order block right here, displaced below that. As soon as you see that, you can look for entries on the 1-minute time frame within this 5-minute order block. So what happens intraday? We blow out this swing high right here. So there's going to be short-term buy stops for those chasing the move down here. Short-term high taken out, trade into premium arrays here. We displace lower off of that. And then what happens? We trade into this breaker. And I'm not going to use the wick. Okay, so this the beefiest down close candle right here. We have the low, or we have the high, low, higher high. We trade below, and then boom, as soon as we bump up to this down close candle right here, you go short, and the targets would be residing down here. So this is everything. Everything I outlined is all you need. Explains. I hope I explained everything very clearly. I hope you found insights from this. And if you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys the next trading week.